Hey guys, what's up? It's Josh. Alright, so in today's video, as you guys can see by the title, we're gonna be going through my Instagram DMs, and I took some screenshots of questions that I've been sent recently, and in today's video, I thought it would be interesting to just answer them. Now, if you guys have seen in my past videos where I've answered Instagram DMs, I feel like I try to go through Instagram every day and answer as many questions as I can, but sometimes there's a lot and I can't get to all of them, and so making a video like this is kind of helpful because then if you guys do have similar questions, I'm basically just gonna be answering those for you today. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys are new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. If you guys are coming back to my channel and you're already subscribed, that's awesome. I love you guys. And also, if you do want to send me an Instagram DM, if you do have a question related to like a relationship that you're in, or you just have a question in general about a relationship, then definitely send it to me and I'll try to get back to you as fast as I can. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. I hope you guys enjoy it. And I think that I screenshotted like 5 or 6 questions. So let's get into the first one.
Let's go! Hey!
All right. All right, so the first question on Instagram, I'm not gonna say the person's name because I obviously don't wanna make anybody feel uncomfortable and I don't wanna like be spreading a bunch of people's like personal questions that they have. So if this question applies to you at all, I feel like there's a lot of you that might have this similar question, then definitely you can use my opinion towards whatever it is that you have a question about. But the first question is from somebody on Instagram and it says, "Hey Josh, I've been stuck in a weird position. I started to get feelings for one of my really close friends and now I really like him. He's had some suspicions of me liking him because I heard one of his friends that he said, 'I think she likes me,' but that's all he tells them. I don't want to lose him as a friend, so I just try to push my feelings away, but at the same time, I want to be more than just friends, but I don't know how he feels." Which that can be kind of a tough position to be in. So, and I can't tell if he likes me when he flirts with me because he's naturally a flirty person. So what should I do? Okay, so this is actually a really good question. I feel like there might be more of you guys out there than I think that probably are in this position where you really like somebody, but they're a close friend, but at the same time, you don't really know how that person feels towards you. And then you don't really want to like fully commit yourself to that person to like tell them that you want to be in a relationship with them because it might ruin your guys' friendship. So I think that this is kind of like an interesting like position to be in because if you are really close friends with someone, a lot of the time it's easier to like open up and to just kind of be like straightforward and to tell them how you feel. Now at the same time, that's not always like an easy way to do things. So I think like if you're able to flirt with that person a little bit more than just like being friends and seeing how they react, I think that's also a good way to kind of judge how somebody's feeling. So if you kind of like, I don't know, send them flirty texts every once in a while, or if you tell them that you want to like spend more one-on-one time with them and like you go to a movie or something, or I don't know if movies are open yet, but like if you go to like a restaurant and it's just you guys and it's like more of an intimate kind of setting, then I feel like you'll be able to get the vibe really quick of like, oh, is this person gonna be like wanting to be in a relationship with me? And I mean, if you already have those feelings, chances are if he has those feelings as well, they're just gonna come out and he's gonna be kind of pushing for more and more. So yeah, that's what I think. I think you just need to either tell them how you feel and just like, or slowly bring it up, but eventually get to that point, or just kind of like set up mini dates and try to see how they feel. And then, I mean, if they just kind of like tell you that they like you, then it's gonna be really easy because you already like that person. So that's the first question. That's a really good question. So thank you for sending that one. All right, so same deal. I'm not gonna say this person's name, but it is a pretty long question on Instagram. I'm gonna just put like, I think the screenshots, maybe I'll move over. So I'm gonna put the screenshots right here so that you guys can actually see it, but I'll blur out like the person's name and stuff. So the second one says, "Hi, I'm a huge fan. I'm really struggling to know if a coworker has a crush on me. When we were talking, he locks his eyes with me. I've caught him looking at me. He mirrors me when we are outside, always starts conversation and asking questions about me. One day last week, I went to a classroom. We work in a school. And I dropped in a form to a teacher. I turned around and he was there. I walked straight into him. I said sorry and we were both laughing. I'm really confused. I'm from the UK." Okay, so it sounds like you kind of are trying to figure out if your coworker has a crush on you. And I feel like like sometimes it's really easy to tell if somebody has a crush on you, and sometimes it can be really hard depending on what type of person it is. Like the last question, if the person is very flirty, it's usually like a lot harder to tell because you can't really tell if they're flirting or if they're just being nice. So I feel like for this one, like if you're like both teachers at a school and you're trying to figure out if he likes you, there's gonna be like little things that come up. Like if you notice that he, like you said, he's always like staring at you, or he's always like, you notice that he's always looking at you every time you look at him, or he like mirrors you when you're outside. These are all different things that like kind of hint towards somebody having a crush on you or liking you. And when you start putting those together and you start realizing that like there's a bigger picture going on there than that person just looking at you, then I think you can, depending on how well you know that person and if you can talk to them, but like going up to them and kind of asking them, or I don't know if you even have a crush on that person, but I think it's pretty obvious when somebody does do those things that they're trying to give you a sign. So I would say that they 100% do probably have some feelings for you if they're giving you those signs already, but there's only one way to find out, and that is to either ask them or go on a date with them or talk to them and figure out what their actual feelings are. So yeah, that was another good question. I feel like it's always like interesting because trying to figure out if somebody does have feelings for you can be such a like weird position to be in. Cause like, and it's weird, like if you have feelings for somebody and you don't know how they feel and you don't really know them that well, that can be like a really tough position to be in because you don't wanna just walk up to them and like tell them how you feel, and you don't want to just straight up ask them like how they feel about you. So I think like kind of yeah, like being able to get into conversations and like talk to people and either just like working on your ability to figure out if someone's flirting or not, I think can help a lot. Sometimes you don't really pay attention to it and you just let these things slide, but when you start actually like paying attention to it, you start noticing that, wow, these people actually have some feelings for me. So that's another good question. But all right, so moving on to the next question, which says, so this guy is in my class and he always tells me no, takes my phone and teases me by not giving it back. People say he is flirting, but I don't know. All right, so I feel like I've made a lot of videos on like flirting and different ways people flirt and like why people that are younger flirt differently than people that are older. And I think that if you are younger and like this person is taking your phone, they're teasing you, they're not giving it back, people are saying that this person is flirting. A lot of the time when guys are like younger and it's like an immaturity thing, you think that like taking a girl's things that you like will like be fun and that it'll be fun for them, and then you guys will like laugh about it because you took their things. And it's like a really weird thing to think about, but I think that guys kind of like, they do that because they think that it's gonna show the girl that they like them by like teasing them. So I think that 100% if this person is flirting like that, that's just the way that they flirt. Now that's not to say that it's the right way or like the right thing to do to be taking your stuff, but if, I mean, they are doing that, chances are other people are seeing it and they're telling you, hey, that guy's like so flirty, then chances are that that's actually happening. So I don't know why guys do that. Like when you're younger, there's just an immaturity thing where it's like you think that teasing people is gonna like make you more attractive and like show that other person that you like them. And then you start to grow up and you start to realize that like it's the complete opposite. So yeah, that's 100% something that I think is probably going on depending on how old you are. But yeah, thank you for that question. A lot of people will probably be able to relate with that, especially if you are in a younger grade or like still in school. So if he's taking your phone, oh geez, that's kind of annoying, but he's probably just trying to flirt with you, which when he gets older, he's gonna figure out that he probably should have done it differently. All right, so moving on to the next one. I don't know which number this is. This might be 4 or 5, but the next one is kind of a long one. It says, hi Josh, I have a few questions. So there's this guy I'm attracted to, and I kind of had to piece this together because it was a little bit hard to read, but it says, he laughs at all of my jokes, and even when I think they're not funny, we laugh at most stupid things together, and they just met. He wanted a hug the other day, but he didn't tell me until we left our meeting point. He's a busy guy, but when I text him, he leaves messages on read. And so the first question is, does this guy sound like he likes me? And the second question is, would it be a good idea to subtly hint that I'm attracted to him? So I feel like when it comes down to like people laughing at jokes, Like, I feel like it's a good feeling. Like when you're telling somebody something and they're laughing and it's like they're involved in the conversation, that can be a way that like people flirt with other people. And so if he is doing that and it feels like you guys can both laugh at things together, and even if they're stupid things, you guys can kind of like relate to just laughing at those things together, that's a really like good feeling and a good thing that I think two people that are attracted to each other will usually do. The second one is that he wanted a hug but he didn't tell you until after. That's another sign that he is like trying to flirt with you and he wants to like be closer to you. It's just that maybe in the moment he didn't really feel that like it was the right time to do that, or he was maybe nervous. And then the next one is he's a busy guy but he's always leaving you on red. I would say that like when people leave you on red, that's not something that like a guy I feel like will usually do if he is like trying to flirt with you, or if he's like really interested in you. A lot of the time like he'll text you back right away or send you too many texts. But I mean, if he is leaving you on red, maybe he's just like, I don't know, maybe he's one of those people that just prefers to like be in person with you talking to you, or like be on the phone. That's something that you could probably figure out pretty easily. But I would say that if he's doing those two other things, that he's trying to flirt with you, but at the same time, like if he isn't responding to your texts, maybe try like a different way. Maybe like try Instagram DMs, or like phoning him, or I don't know, doing like a different form of communication, and maybe that will like kind of help a little bit. And then at the same time, the second question is, would it be a good idea to subtly hint that I'm attracted to him? I think if you're attracted to him, that if he's already doing these things, that'll be pretty easy for you to like subtly flirt with him, because if you are able to do that, he's already doing that basically. So it shouldn't be too hard of a like process to like show him that you actually do like him. All right, so the last question is, hi Josh, I just saw one of your videos of how to test a guy on Snapchat. This was really, text. Okay, how to text? I think it's how to text a guy, or how to message a guy, or how to flirt with a guy on Snapchat. But it says, I'm 15 and there's a guy who plays soccer with my cousin and I think he's very cute. I'm thinking about texting him, but I'm not sure if he is single. What do I do? Should I just do it, or I need a little bit of advice if you have time? So I think that like when you are flirting with somebody, there's gonna be some really easy ways to tell if somebody is in a relationship or not. I feel like if you go on Instagram, a lot of the time you can tell right away if somebody like has a boyfriend or has a girlfriend. You just have to do a little bit of like going into social media, and even Facebook. A lot of the time it'll say if somebody's in a relationship. So if you do have a crush on somebody and you're like, you want to send them a message, which it sounds like you really have a crush on this person, go on Instagram. If they don't have, it doesn't look like they have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, definitely just send them a message. I feel like also, even if you don't see any photos, it can be kind of easy to like, by the way that they're sending you messages back and like things that you can ask, you can find out pretty quick if that person would be down to like go somewhere or meet somewhere or do something together. And depending on if they do have, or if they are in a relationship, they're probably gonna tell you straight up. Like they're probably gonna be like, oh, I have to do this with this person, or I can't because I'm going to this thing with the person that I'm in a relationship with. There's gonna be so many scenarios that will tell you like instantly if that person has a boyfriend or a girlfriend. So, but if they don't, I think that it is a really good idea to send like those messages. And if you do have a big crush on him and you do know who he is, then set up like a time to hang out with him, or I don't know, start talking to him about things that maybe you guys have similar interests in, and get the conversation going, and eventually that leads to more things, and eventually leads to people going out. So definitely just figure out if they're in a relationship, because you don't want to be sending all these messages when that person is probably or might be in a relationship. So yeah. All right, so I answered those questions, I feel like, pretty quickly, but I feel like there's a lot of different ways that you can kind of go about figuring out whether someone's in a relationship, whether someone likes you, whether or not somebody's flirting with you, whether or not, like, if you bump into somebody, if that means that they're flirting. A lot of the time it comes down to, like, in that moment, how did it feel? Like, did it feel like when that person bumped into you that they were, like, staring at you like afterwards in like a flirty way and they wanted to talk to you? Or was it kind of like you bumped into them and then you guys just like walked away from each other? There's a lot of different signs that will tell you how somebody's feeling, and based on body language as well, you'll be able to eventually be able to tell pretty quick, just like based off of somebody's like body actions. So I don't know, I just feel like when you guys have questions like this, it can be good to answer them in videos, because then if more of you have the same questions, then it just makes it easier than answering all the same questions at the same time. But if you guys do have any other questions that you want to ask, I'm always answering them on Instagram, and I mean, even in the comments of my videos, it really helps because then I can create more videos like this to be able to answer more questions. So yeah, if you did like today's video, give it a thumbs up. I feel like the likes on videos actually help them get out to more people, which in the end is what I'm trying to do, is just to get more people like in here, so that if you guys do have more questions, we can just help each other out. I go through the comments of my other videos and I see people responding to like other people that have questions. And it's such a cool like feeling to feel like we have a community that's able to like help each other out. So yeah, I'm totally down for that. Even if you guys don't subscribe, I feel like just hitting the like button and making sure the video gets out to as many people as possible would be such a cool thing. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Go check out my Instagram and leave me a DM if you just want to talk. And with that being said, I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye! Oh, I also wanted to do something really quick because I watched one of my videos the other day and it was like with Rick in it when he was a puppy. And it was actually really cool to like see him when he was younger in a video. So I'm gonna put him in a video right now so that we can check back up in like 2 years and see what he looks like, if he's any different. Okay, here's Rick's yearly update. Rick, this is what you look like now. Look on the screen. Look on the screen. Remember when you was just a little puppy? He was just so small. All right, there we go. He's so much bigger. Holy moly. All right, I love you guys. See you guys in next week's video.